What is up, YouTube? ThriftSchool over here outside of Goodwill. It snowed a whole bunch 2 days in a row, and we are finally able to get out of the house and do some thrifting. So let's see what we find in here to sell on eBay and Amazon. I haven't been to this particular Goodwill in I think a little over a week, so hopefully I can find a few things. Who knows? We're going to be looking, of course, things for Amazon, but if I see anything for eBay, I'm not going to discriminate and I'm going to get it.
So the first thing I like to look at is the glass case, and I found this Pokemon Monopoly game, $45. Definitely too expensive for me. I hope this isn't a trend, and I look up and I see Zombies Ate My Neighbors for $60. Definitely a valuable game. $60 is very high though. And I see this laptop. It was actually $20. That could have been something to look into. There was no charger for it, sadly. So who knows if it works. I mean, I'd have to order a charger and it might not work. They have a couple copies of Call of Duty Infinite. Not a very valuable game. $10 each, which is far too high. I move on over to the electronics section, hoping to find some better deals, and I found some old toner cartridges for $1 a piece. One was opened up, but it looks sealed inside. Actually, this one's $2 and that one's $1. I scanned them in, and as you guys can see the price on the screen, the rank is extremely high and they do not sell for much, so I left them behind. And I'm still looking at the electronics section just above those, and here's a calculator, not a TI-84. If it was a TI-84, we'd be looking good. There's a cool scale I just noticed, and a alarm clock, no power cord. Always check for power cords, guys. The amount of items that do not have cords in these thrift stores is extraordinarily high. And you have no idea if it works, so you can't even test it. If it's only $2 here, $3 there, and they all don't work when you get home, it adds up over a year. So I try to avoid things without power cords unless it's worth a whole lot of money. Now, these cool Star Wars Episode 1 Comtech toys, I looked them up, and as you guys can see on the screen, I thought these were going to be not really worth much, but they sell for $20 each. Actually, not bad. They're only selling, they're selling in Goodwill for $15, which kind of crazy. An old tube TV, they only want $2 for this. It's not a tube TV. Well, maybe it is. It's a CRT TV for $2. If you need one, there you go. Goodwill, $2. You can't go wrong. I'm just looking around these electronics. The prices are kind of whack. And then I see something that I know sells pretty well next to this groovy clock, a automatic jar opener, and I've sold these so many times in the past, but then I noticed the price and I couldn't believe it. $75. Now I could see if it was brand new, but it's used. It's used. $75. What the heck? Used on Amazon, they're only selling for about $40. So not sure what's going on there. Maybe they thought it was new. I don't know. So I turn around to the toys and I find something that looks interesting to me. I've actually never seen this before. It's a Bop It Tetris game, and it plays the Tetris theme you guys will see later in the video, but I threw that in the cart because that was worth it. So, alright, we broke the streak. Now let's start finding stuff. I find another game here. This was marked at $3. Now, I'd have to count 200 cards, but I did have Kristen with me, so she was able to count the cards for me, and everything is in there. So, another winner. We got some good money, as you guys can see. Some definite money in this toy right here. So, that goes in the cart. We are at 2 items now. Let's see what else we could find. Oh, a duck. A really cool duck. $2 for this duck. Okay. I like him. I don't know why I like him, but I like him. So I'm going to get him for myself. I'm going to put him on a shelf or something. He's my little duck friend. And Kristen wasn't very pleased. She didn't like the duck at all. And I don't care. It's my duck. Here is a Tigger toy, $4, but he had some marks on his stomach there. Maybe they would come out. The symbol had some tape on it. There's some tears in the paper cardboard backing. Well, scanned it into Amazon anyways. It's not even on Amazon, so I just left it behind. The box was in rough shape, but here is a cool game right here. Two really cool retro games. Sweet Valley High, the game from Milton Bradley. They're both $6 actually, and this one goes for great money, as you guys can see. Holy cow. Of course, me and Kristen counted all the pieces. They're all in there. Some of them were still new. Some of the pieces were still clipped in their cardboard. Gonna make some great money on that, guys. Hopefully my losing streak is over. Looking through some of the Christmas stuff, I found a Coors Light wreath. Kind of interesting. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny, but they wanted $15 for it. Seems a little high for a wreath. I don't know. But I found these ribbons that I almost bought the other day at Target. So these white stickers that you'll see on all these items mean they come from Target. So Target, Goodwill will buy pallets from Target, or Target will donate, whatever. It doesn't really matter how they get it, but they get all these Target items, and at $2 a piece, some of them were $1 a piece. We were gonna buy these just a couple days ago. I didn't want to spend the $5 to $10 a bag on them, so we didn't end up getting them. And here they are at Goodwill just a couple days later for $2. So sweet. Some presents are going to look very nice under the tree this year. Still looking through some of this Christmas stuff, seeing if there's anything cool for the house. And no, that's a tree stand. Didn't know why I looked back at that, but nothing really for the house. Here's a cool Toy Story car. I actually went to scan this, and the whole thing fell apart. It was completely broken, so I left that behind, of course. Didn't even bother scanning it to see if it was worth any money. And there's Kristen counting all the pieces in that game, but I found a puzzle, $1. It's the White House in 2011. Kind of cool. It's worth money. It has a little bit of a high rank, but that's okay. Christmas is coming up. Things with higher ranks still sell super well this time of year. I do not mind. It is getting a little late. It's December 3rd as of filming this, so I got to get this stuff shipped into Amazon fast. We are running out of time. By the time it gets to the warehouse and by the time somebody orders it, we're getting very close to Christmas. So I have a couple huge shipments ready to go out, and I probably should have shipped them off a week ago, 2 weeks ago, but I'm waiting to really fill them up with a lot of items to get my shipping costs down. I found these cool things down here. I didn't know what they were at first, but it's like this roll of music, sort of. It plays on this piece of wax paper. I've never seen this before. Maybe I have, because they looked semi-familiar to me. You could see one says "Bye Bye Blackbird" on it. One says "You Make Me Feel So Young." Pretty cool, honestly, but look at the condition of them. They were ripped up. People have been digging through them, dropping them, ripping them, and half the boxes are open because other people are curious. But you get kids in these stores, and they destroy these kind of items, and you know what? It happens. So I didn't even bother looking through them. Here's a cool Coca-Cola cookie jar. No money to be made here, though. Sadly, I thought this would be good around this time of year. Only sells for about $20 or so, and they wanted $6. So that is a big no-no, because shipping on eBay and the box and everything, just not really worth my time. And then I can't believe I found this out of the corner of my eye. I've sold these CDs so many times, guys. Keep an eye out for these Party Time Karaoke series. This was only $1. I scanned it in, and it's selling for great money. I forgot to look up this ornament. It's a Hallmark ornament. Could have been worth some money. I left it there. But back to the CD, it's actually super valuable. You want to keep an eye out for these Party Time Karaoke CDs. That's about a $30 sale right there all day. And then right before we leave, I looked in one of these blue bins that they push out, brand new items, and look at that, $2 for a Fitbit. No idea if it works. It has like a company branding on it, so I wouldn't sell it on Amazon, but I used to have this exact same model of Fitbit, and it broke. And I've been putting off buying one because I don't like spending money on things. Besides that duck. I like the duck. So I threw it in the cart. It's $2. I think that is a solid risk. Let's head out of here. I ended up picking up a few more items that I didn't show on video. So let's take a look.
And here we go, guys. We are back at the house. Here is the final haul. I want to go over it with you guys, show you guys what things are going to sell for. I know I flashed up some prices on the screen while I was in the thrift store, but I ended up picking up a few more items that I didn't show you guys. We were in a rush, kind of. We had to run to Walmart, so I didn't really get to look over the entire store, but I was able to find a few good things. So we ended up picking up these bows. They were $2. They were $5 normally at Target. I was going to get them at Target, and I told Kristen, $5 is crazy for some bows. So we put them back. That's just me being cheap. But $2, we found the exact same ones we were going to buy. So, I mean, we were literally at Target 2 days ago when I said I'm not spending $5. So I spent $2, saved $3. I'm happy. That's just frugalness and cheapness, which I'm okay with. Next I got this for myself. Now, this is actually not being frugal and cheap. He's cool. He's only $2. He was a mallard duck. I really like him. He's going to go on a shelf. He's like this cloth material. He's not really worth it to sell. I don't know why I like him. Something about him. I looked him up on eBay, and somebody's auctioning him off starting at $15 plus shipping. And for me, I think he's worth $2. So that's why I bought him. He's going to go on a shelf. He's going to be decor. And yeah, got a duck. All right, next we got this game right here. You guys saw the price, Hot Seat. Everything's in here. We opened it up and counted it. The box has a little bit of damage. Everything is in here though. There were like 200 cards we had to count, all this stuff, and not bad, $3. I'm gonna make, I think it was like $10. I could be a little wrong, but you guys saw the price on the screen, so that's worth it. Why not? And I've had some comments, guys, of people asking me, why do I buy things for $3 and sell it and only make $10? It's not even worth my time. Same thing when I spend $5 to make $5. People say it's not worth my time. Well, if I'm already in a thrift store, right, and I pick up an item and I'm already there, right? Pick up an item, I'm like, oh, well, I'll make $4 on it. It's not like I have to list it, take pictures, put it on my shelf, wait for it to sell. I send this stuff off to Amazon's warehouse, guys. All I have to do is go on Amazon Seller Central, where I sell all this stuff, scan in this barcode, put a little sticker over it, and put it in a box with every other item. Then I ship all of them at once off to Amazon, and I don't even have to store them. So that's why I do it. It takes me very little time, and I will do that all day long for smaller profits because I don't have to package and ship each individual one. So I'm not even paying for shipping on them. So yeah, this thing right here, this little White House holiday puzzle, the rank wasn't great. It was like 430,000, but it's Christmassy, and Christmas is coming up right around the corner. It's December 3rd, so I think I make about $8 to $10 on this as well. So we're already at $20 just on these two little things, so I'm happy there. Now, this board game underneath, before we cover it up, Sweet Valley High, we counted all the pieces in here. Some of the pieces are still brand new, not even popped out of their little cardboard things. This was $6, but it was half off at $3, actually. And, I mean, you guys saw the price. This thing is going for like $60, $70, maybe more. I don't remember exactly, but holy cow. Box is in very good condition. There's a little bit of corner wear on it, but besides that, great game, vintage game. Does it say the year on it? It does say made in USA, which is cool, but the die is made in China. This is very vintage, very cool game, worth some good money. Keep an eye out for it. Maybe you'll see it at a little vintage shop, something like that that specializes in games. Now, this was interesting and unique. This is a Fitbit Flex. I used to have one, but it stopped working, so I bought this one for myself to try, mostly because it has like a company brand on it. Dasuquin? I don't know. So I don't mind the company name as long as the Fitbit works. I used to have one of these, and like I said, it stopped working, so if it doesn't work, I'll just return it and get my $2 back. It's not really a big risk. So that's cool. But Fitbits can be worth a little bit of money. Obviously, I wouldn't sell this because of the company name, so it's probably not worth as much. This thing right here, I always like to look up Boppets. This is a Tetris version, which I've never seen before.
Boppet Tetris.
Hear that? It's talking about Boppet Tetris, and it plays the music, which is kind of cool. And this was $2. And again, it's about another $6 to $10 profit on that. There we go. Be quiet. Oh my gosh, it's not going to stop, is it? Okay. It's not a huge profit, but there's still money to be made. So once I put that in the huge Amazon shipment, it all adds up when it sells. Again, with these, $5. You guys didn't see this inside. We got some audiobooks. We got Game of Thrones for $5. And we got another Game of Thrones for $5, but this is A Storm of Swords. Now, there were a few others. Oh, this one was $6 for the pair. But there were a few others, and they were priced at like $8. There was really no money to be made. But these two, there is money to be made on them. I'll put the price up on the screen right here. You guys can see how much this one goes for. Not bad. I will take that all day long. And the last item we got here is this Party Time Karaoke. And I mentioned this earlier in the video, guys. These sell so well for me. 30 and up all the time. I love when I find these. Paid $1, so definitely a solid score. So, I mean, we're looking at pretty good profit here. We're looking at about, what, 25, 30, I think this was about 40, so we're at 50, and then 60, 70, 75 to 80, and then this big board game, let's just say 50. I mean, we're looking at about $120, let's say, in profit. I was in there for about half hour or so. Now, obviously, I didn't make that money right away. I have to wait for it all to sell. But some of the stuff is pretty fast movers. The CDs are fast movers. These should sell pretty quick. I'm assuming the puzzle will sell before Christmas. Both of these games will sell really quick. I think all of this will sell before Christmas. So, you know, potentially on the high end, about $150. But I'm going to be conservative, say $120 day. I am happy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School, signing out. See ya.